Hello there, everybody. My name is David.
Joe, that's you.
Oh, I'm next.
We said
Hey,
David,
everybody, I'm Joe.
Craig, Kyle. That was
the order.
the order. That's Joe, everybody.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
it's my
Joe
second Star
Caroni,
Wars Stuff podcast. I'm still
the
learning.
Joe Caroni, not any other Joe Caroni. It's the artist Joe Caroni. That's Craig
And
5 at the bottom.
I'm the Craig 5.
Yes.
The standing by always.
And I would be the Kyle of the Fandom Podcast Network.
And welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff podcast on this glorious day in September 22nd. It's a very famous day. All my Tolkien fans know.
And who do I look like? I look like somebody in the most recent trailer.
Maybe. So yeah, the trailer dropped. We've been talking about it the last two podcasts. Joe was on the first podcast where he broke the news that a trailer was going to drop. It didn't. We don't know if there were specific reasonings for that. Maybe because like a little bit of controversy with ABC or Disney or whatever. We don't know. But who cares? We got the trailer this morning. We're going to talk all about it. But before we do, we are going to mention and shout out all of our top tier Patreon supporters out there: Liam McCallan, Kevin Leininger, Deb McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, Maya Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Mariana Atia Arnold, Rest Jedi 27, Alex Blundell, and Indiana Solo. Thank you so much for all your awesome love and support. Also, LegionSabers.com. Go to LegionSabers.com for all your lightsabers, accessories, and now the new Star Wars hilt necklaces. I'm going to probably get a couple, so I'll probably show them off on the podcast. So just in time for Halloween, Christmas, like Craig said last podcast, pick them up. They're awesome. I own a few already, so do that. So without further ado, let's talk about this trailer. So let's start with Joe.
Yes.
I want to get your thoughts on the poster that they dropped along with the trailer.
Yeah, there it is. Thanks for bringing it up. I was going to look on my phone real quick. Yeah, I dig it. I'm first of all, it's an illustrated poster, so that's awesome. That we're getting to see Star Wars kind of go back to the illustrated poster roots that came from, like, Drew Struzan and John Alvin and some of these other classic poster illustrators. So yeah, it's really fun. I like how it embraces the pulp feel of the Mandalorian. It's totally leaning into that. You can tell in terms of the style and specifically even the lettering, the logo. It's got a very pulp novel, pulpy comic book kind of vibe to it, which I'm really digging. And like the old classic Hollywood layout of lettering in the upper corner and the tagline on the bottom. So yeah, it's given like a kind of a retro classic pulpy feel, which I dig.
Now, do you guys feel like this is like a teaser poster, right? Because we're only seeing the characters from like the teaser, although there is one extra hut in there.
Yeah, those are the twins, I think.
Yeah.
From
Is that the twins?
Yeah, I think that's the twins.
Yeah, from Book of
Okay.
Boba.
But we saw who was the hut in the trailer? It was the baby one, right?
Yeah, it was the one from the original Clone Wars film.
Yeah, so it's supposedly Rada the Hutt, who's all grown up now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so he's all swole and looks like a pit fighter. There's some pit fighting going on in this trailer. I'd say this is a teaser poster for sure. It doesn't have, like, on the bottom it's missing, like the directorial credits, all the cast and production credits. So it just feels kind of like a fun poster they might give out at, like, Celebration or the Disney parks or something.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this. When they're asking an artist to draw something like that, are they saying, here's the teaser trailer, create something based on this? Because they're probably not getting a lot of images and stuff, right?
Right. I mean, it's different. It depends on whether Disney's giving a product out to licensing to handle the artwork for, or if Disney marketing directly is doing the artwork. And in this case, because it is for the film itself, tied directly into the release of the trailer, I'm almost certain this was artwork done by someone within Disney marketing. Okay. And they're going to have much more access to reference images and scenes from the movie. Whereas someone like me, when I do a lot of licensing and publishing artwork for Star Wars for Lucasfilm, so oftentimes and I've done stuff. I mean, it's everything I do is tied into the movies or the TV shows or publishing or whatever, but usually I'm getting more. I probably don't have as much, quite as full access necessarily when it's stuff directly for something like this, whereas I'm getting like kind of spoon-fed certain references sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I think this artist probably had it was most likely Disney marketing and someone on staff at Disney that had access to a lot more images. So
got it. Okay,
I'm
that's
guessing.
good to know. It's interesting to know because from us, like the viewers' perspective, you could look at it and there's some interesting stuff going on there, but most of it we could see in the trailer.
Yeah, I recognize like even the shot of Zeb is from Mando season 3.
That's what I was thinking.
The huts are maybe from Book of Boba. I mean, there is definitely there's reference here that's straight out of the trailer, right? So this could be something like almost even fan art could do something to this level just because of the images they're working from. But
yeah,
then again, like there's some other little images in here that make me think, well, it could be from a variety of sources here outside the trailer. So yeah, I mean, it's probably someone involved with Disney marketing on staff that did this artwork, but yeah, it just, that's the vibe that I usually get from this kind of stuff when it comes out, like tied into a release to a trailer like this.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like one of those little mini posters they give you at like Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, that's what I feel like it was kind of designed for. Like someone at marketing was like, okay, I think we might even see these posters. Maybe, I mean, I don't know where they would give these out. Maybe online, or I would think these would be available somewhere. I would think.
It feels like to me that
maybe
this
at like
might
a
be the first of
premiere or
a series
something.
of posters too. They might be doing with this particular film a lot of different marketing like this, different styles of posters as we go along, with maybe a new one with every new trailer that comes out or something along those lines. But it seems like they're trying to do a little something different with Star Wars that they haven't done in a while, maybe because it's the first movie in so long too.
And I think the other reason they also went illustrated, not just because it's like the Drew Struzan thing to do, but the Mando series, the way every episode ended with concept art, from ILM. So a lot of people, recognize the Mandalorian series, the fact that the concept art is always a part of the end credits, and they really show that illustrated side of the universe. It just makes sense to me that they would do an illustrated poster. I do a lot of conventions, and people always ask me, like, can you get those cool images at the end of The Mandalorian? I'm like, well, there are books that feature the concept art you can buy, and I'm always telling people, go on Amazon, buy the art of Mandalorian season 1 and season 2.
I actually have them myself.
Yeah, but people want to see those images like posters. They see my artwork and they think I'm involved with that artwork. I'm like, well, no, those are guys at ILM that work on the show. Mm-hmm. It'd be cool to have like a portfolio of those pieces, but yeah, so I think that's kind of a cool idea to do an illustrated poster because of the concept art is featured so heavily in The Mandalorian.
I love the concept art at the end. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Does anyone recognize that creature on the middle right-hand side that looks like Din Djarin's facing off in like an arena or something, maybe as a gladiator?
Was that the creature that was in the trailer?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so. This is more of like almost like a giant kind of like dinosaur size.
Yeah, it looks like a dragon or a dinosaur. Yeah. The thing he was fighting was a Mantelian Savrip, which is like one of the chess pieces from the Jericho.
So cool. I really think that is a Jon Favreau idea.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. That screams Jon Favreau.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. That's so cool.
And it almost looks like something Ray Harryhausen would do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm betting Phil Tippett in his studio might have had some. I mean, possibly. I don't know. I mean, it is a CG version, large creature, but it'd be cool if they had a hand in that.
I love that. I think it's so cool.
Yeah. A great touch. I don't think anyone even was remotely thinking about the chess pieces in live action.
Right?
Mhm.
That's why it feels like a Favreau thing.
Yeah.
Thing to
Yeah,
do.
definitely.
I love
Yeah.
doing stuff like that.
Definitely. All right. So, yeah, let's bring up the trailer and we're going to go kind of scene by scene here, if possible, if copyright allows us to do this. So I'm going to share my screen here with YouTube and we're going to go over this. So we start off at the beach.
Nice
and
romantic getaway.
we discover it's basically Delphi base. You can see on the left-hand side.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, from
You
Mando.
see the Razor Crest, the new Razor Crest with the new little yellow.
So cool. I'm glad they brought the Razor Crest
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, really
Right
excited.
call there.
I really am happy they brought it back.
Yeah, for sure. And then, of course, we see Mando and Grogu. And if you notice, it looks like Grogu has the scope backwards,
Yeah.
possibly.
Oh, does he? Oh my god, I think you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I didn't
'Cause
even catch that.
I think the smaller part is supposed to go to your eye, and the bigger
Yeah,
part is
maybe
supposed to go
maybe
out.
that's an in joke
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah. So we get another shot, and I think if I go back just a tad bit, you get to see an Anzellan. And I think a lot of people are saying that it's Babu Frick. I don't think this is Babu Frick. I just think it's
No,
just a collection of
isn't
droid
it?
smiths.
Yeah,
I
I think
think
it's
it's
another Anzellan.
the same ones from the series.
So yeah, there are a lot of sewer stuff in this. So yeah, we see him walking around.
Probably trying to break into something. Maybe that Imperial base or something. I don't know. Or maybe
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe they're trying to get to Din Djarin in the arena. This, I believe, is Delphi base. We see Sigourney Weaver's brand new
that's
character.
because isn't that the bar that you see Zeb at originally?
Mhm.
Yes. So yeah, we get a shot of Sigourney. Her character name is General Ward, and we're just guessing that she's going to put the Mandalorian on his mission.
She looks great. How old is she?
I think she's in her 60s now.
I bet
I think she's way older than that, actually.
she's got to be in her late 60s or 70s.
She's 75.
Oh, wow.
Holy moly!
She
Wow.
does not look 75.
Yeah.
I just feel really old now.
But Kyle, you're 93. Why would you
On a
say
good
that?
day.
So yeah, we get Sigourney's character officially introduced to the general public. Of course, if you're in Japan, you got to see that sizzle reel with her. And then, of course, some pictures have dropped with her in a particular costume. And you get to see the Rebel Alliance logo in the back there and some pilots walking around. And I think you actually see the actual entrance we saw in the Book of Boba Fett leading up
Yeah.
to Delphi base.
I think that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. And you see Grogu using the Force as he does to get his food these days. And Sigourney does stop it physically with her hand there.
Yeah, it was a good moment.
Of course, we get the Lucasfilm fanfare. And this shot, I think it's all been translated now.
Yeah, there's a little Easter egg in there.
There is a couple things. So if you look at the top right of the neon and the puddle, you see an upside down image of the Halcyon Star Cruiser, which was the hotel that is no longer
Unbelievable.
operational.
I'm glad they found a use for it.
Too soon, Kyle. Too soon.
Oh, it
And-
hurts. It hurts.
And yeah, and all the other Arabish here is kind of not of any real valid significance like the Halcyon one is. So yeah, it has a catchphrase in there. And we're thinking this is probably possibly, I want to say, one of the Hutt planets. There's two of them.
Right.
There's I think now Hutta and
Narshada.
now Sharda. Yes. I know one of them is a lot like Coruscant in a way, and the other one is a lot very.
So that's Narshada, I think. Now Hutta is more like we've seen it in the Clone Wars. It's like a swampy planet.
With
this
Sice Noodles, right? Is
Yeah,
that the one we see Cy Snoodles like
Yeah.
trying to meet up with
Yeah.
Zero the Hutt or something?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so this gives me now Sharda vibes, actually.
Yeah, then we see Din walk through the puddle. Then we see Din in action. He is possibly inside of a bar or a coffee shop.
That
on
looks like
planet.
that kind of looks like the bar that got shot up in Mandalorian,
It does.
Yeah.
right? And it's getting shot up again,
Yeah.
or it might.
So I think this is actually like an editing trick because if you notice, the back of that bar is all messed up,
It's already
and then
broken,
you see the kick, but then you see the guy fly into that back part that was behind him. So I think it was just a little clever editing there.
Yeah.
A nice view. Does anyone know what the name of that alien is right there?
That's the Sacy 10 race.
Yes.
Sacy 10 is the Jedi Council member. I forget what it starts with an I. IV something. I forget.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
And then we get this awesome shot of the. How do you pronounce that that race?
It's an Amanaman.
Amanaman.
I've heard it several different ways. I've heard like
Really?
Amanaman.
Amanaman.
And then somebody actually pointed out it's just amen.
Amen.
And of
Tomato,
course,
tomato.
yeah, and we saw this species for the first time in Jabba's palace.
And I feel like this is another Favreau.
Yeah.
Yeah, another
You
Favreau
know,
cool. Yeah. So I got a picture right here. I'll put up of the actual creature from Return of the Jedi, and then of course you see him in all his.
What happened to all of his glorious yellow and green banana colors?
Yeah, this one's a little darker. Maybe there's different species, different.
Maybe they change color when they're grumpy.
Yeah. I
Totally
love this
chromed
action
out.
figure, by the way. I had this action. I still have it. The action figure for this character.
Yeah.
It's got to be somewhere in my house. So yeah, he's
Yeah,
got chromed out teeth,
so
very
gangly.
vicious. Yeah. Again, maybe like in the sewer system, along with Grogu and the Anzellan. But yeah, it looks like he's pissed. And yeah, that Amani was a bounty hunter in Return of the Jedi.
Mhm.
And of course, we get some shots of the cockpit of the Razor Crest. You see Grogu hitting buttons he shouldn't. We see some nice shiny Beskar on Mando getting ready to take off, hit the jets. And I want to know what you guys think these ships that are kind of chasing the Razor Crest down into the clouds are.
I think they're either. I'm not sure if they're interceptors. They could be TIE strikers, but like from Rogue One. But yeah, I don't know.
Can you show them a little bit more?
Interceptor vibes.
You know what they kind of remind me of? In Episode 3, those ships that are that shoot the missiles that they're like chasing around Anakin and Obi-Wan.
The Vulture droids.
Oh, the Vulture droids. Yeah,
That's what I thought, but a lot of people are trying to say they're TIE interceptors.
I mean, they
I
could
don't
be.
know. I don't know if
It's very hard to tell. Like no one can get a clear picture on this, just like us here.
I mean, they did look like ties to me, but then again, now I see the Vulture droid. Now that you're freeze framing it, I'm like, yeah, maybe they are.
Right.
I see the red lights where
That's
the
what it
eyes
looked
would
like
be.
to me when I was watching it live. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's-
It's a vulture tie.
Yeah. And we get more sewer. So you gotta see actually swimming done by Grogu here. And we saw this in Japan. And there was a collective, when we saw this. And he still, I love the whole thing that he still looks like a puppet, even though we know there's like a CGI element here, most likely. Or he just could be like hooked onto rods or whatever, and they're just moving his limbs. But the next shot, oh my gosh.
a
This
real
was awesome.
person, David.
What's that?
Grogu is a real person. Why would you say that about him? That's probably just like his stunt performer. You know?
Okay. Okay. So this next shot, we get Zeb in action
Yeah,
with his
Looks
bow
like he's in a
set.
hotel or something,
it's an interesting location.
right? Doesn't it kind of look like he's in a hotel or something?
Yeah. It really does. And he looks a little shorter, but I think because his legs are bent and he has like the 2 knee joints. And yeah, you can see his toes. And yeah, he's activated his rifle. There you get a little bit better shot of his face. You can tell it's his species. And then we get a shot of Grogu and Anzelans riding around on the very barren landscape here, wherever this is.
That is the premier biker gang in Star Wars right now. That's what that is.
You know, I mean, yeah, it looks like they're in the sidecar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like, you know how like Yoda's ears go back in like Empire? It kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, and then in season 2, I think the first episode when Din was like cruising along and he was like in the saddlebag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that. I think it would be very like funny, interesting, cool if there's a whole segment in the movie where just them and we're trying to understand them and they're like going to maybe to save Din or whoever. I think that'd be really cool just to have all these puppets interact and try and act with each other. Harkens back to Gremlins for me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me a lot of that. And of course, we get a ship, a very familiar ship here, the U-Wing.
Right.
Din is flying directly into it. I love the fact they brought that ship back. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a great design. I love that ship.
And we get an arena shot with a bunch of crowd cheering. And we get the first official shot of Rada the Hutt, Jabba the Hutt's son. He's a buff,
yeah,
swole.
I was gonna say, is this our first official buff Hutt?
I believe it is. We're all assuming he's a gladiator. He is maybe like one of the top tier gladiators in this arena or this planet or whatever.
I mean, you could just be announcing the fights or something too.
That's possible.
I wouldn't think so. Not with that pose.
Not with that body.
Yeah.
And I'm super interested to see what his fighting style is. And it'd be really cool to see him fight.
He lays on top of him.
Oh yeah, he is pretty.
I bet he swats his tail or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. I'm thinking he uses his tail for leverage and to wrap around as much as he can to get specific holds down. And of course, we know this Hutt, Rada the Hutt, Jabba the Hutt's son, is played by Jeremy Allen White from The Bear. That is confirmed. And I guess there's 3 pieces of dialogue. One from Rada when he just says, yeah, that shot we just saw. And this where Din Djarin says impressive. And Grogu's actually eating some what looks to be Star Wars popcorn, which does appear in several different
Bad
time
Batch.
periods of Star Wars.
Yeah, the Mantel mix that that they feature it in Bad Batch, and Wrecker's always got some.
And they sell this type of popcorn in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, they do.
Well. Yeah. And here we get to see these very mechanized, what looks like to be security. And if you look at the door behind him, looks like a vault, and that's the tattoo that Jabba the Hutt has on his arm. And it looks like it's the either the Hutt, I believe they call it it's the crest for the Hutt Syndicate or the Hutt Cartel.
Uh-huh.
The I think it's like I forget how it's like DISIJ something. It's a weird spelling, but yeah.
And we get to see Mando back with the pulse rifle, and that security mech gets hit right below the rib area if it had ribs. And it's just cool to see these like different put together creations. And of course, another big shot right here is one of the Dajaric aliens finally come to life on the big screen. And we get to see Mando fight it. I guess maybe that's one of his first opponents. I mean, we're all just kind of guessing here, but you can also see like the red laser fencing around the top. And I guess we're going to get a lot of gladiator stuff in here. And yeah, I'll maybe play a little bit of this so we can kind of see it in motion. Yeah. Looks really cool. And here, I guess this is Din flying out of the cockpit of the AT-AT.
Mhm.
And we got a little bit of this in Japan. That longer one shot of Din fighting his way through all the snowtroopers was just incredible. I hope they release that someday in 4K. And you see the explosion off the side of the cliff, up the passage. Very cinematic. Not done on the volume.
No.
And there he goes. And here we get the official title card. I'll play that too. And there it is, guys.
And there's a little bit more.
Yeah, there's a little bit more.
Yeah, seeing a title
Forge
card makes me
Frymax.
appreciate the title of the movie a little more. I wasn't a huge fan of Mandalorian and Grogu. It seemed like such a on the nose kind of title, but it's growing on me.
Yeah, we get this rat alien.
Good shot, baby.
Yeah. The little stinger at the end. And the last piece of dialogue. So just 3 pieces of dialogue in this teaser trailer. May 2026. I'm more hyped. I'm more pumped. I'm glad they did this. And how do you guys feel about this trailer? The official first look. We probably saw a little bit of the Japan stuff, if not all of it. But what do you think they're presenting here? Did they show too much? Show too little? What are your opinions?
I think they showed just enough. I'm actually surprised that they dropped it now, though. I when I was thinking about it initially, I always thought they were going to target it for Avatar. Right before.
Well, they have Tron Ares coming out soon.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But I thought they figured they'd get the most eyes on it, putting it in front of Avatar.
Yeah, no, I think they need to drop it this early because by December, if the movie comes out in May, it's not. I mean, I think they learned from Solo from under advertising that it's not. You have to start talking about it and get the dialogue going as soon as you can.
Yeah,
I like the trailer. You didn't see much. And I feel like in the context of the whole movie, we probably know very little.
Right. I agree. It doesn't give away too much. I don't feel.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to give much away. But it was just enough to give us something to look at and a little taste of what's to come.
Yeah, I remember when Rogue One came out, before Rogue, they were promoting that movie with teasers about a year before the movie even came out. They were really, really promoting that for a long time. And then so by the time that, I just remember sitting in theaters like, wow, the Rogue One trailer, like seeing that almost a year before the movie had even come out. So
yeah, I think too, it was so far out. There were scenes in the trailer that ended up not even being in the movie.
Oh yeah, exactly. They ended up reshooting and re-editing and changing a lot of it. But I think it's good that we're getting it right now. I mean, it is the first day of fall, and
you know what I would do? I'd wait a few more months and then I'd release another one Christmas Day.
Oh, absolutely. There'll be another trailer.
Sure. That could be where they put another one before Avatar because Avatar is their Christmas movie.
Yeah, we'll get a new one for Christmas, and we'll get another one. People will go nuts.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree. We'll get one probably around Christmas time, I bet.
Yeah, I agree with Kyle. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too little. I think it was just right. It is a teaser trailer. It's the first official look. We got new stuff that we hadn't seen before for the people that went to Star Wars Celebration in Japan. Really liked it. It got me hyped up. That's the first thing I saw this morning. I got a text actually from Zach, one of our co-hosts, and he said, "Hey, are we going to do a podcast about the trailer tonight?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's out." And I watched it on my phone in bed. I turned the volume as high as possible, and it still kind of like hit me and got me hyped. And I thought it was fantastic. I've seen it like maybe like 30 times or so.
Oh, wow.
Just kind of analyzing it and checking it out, see if I missed any Easter eggs or there was something kind of in the background. And it's getting me hyped up again. And somebody did bring up the fact that this is another. It's not as much as the past two back in 1999 and 2015. Star Wars is like coming back in a way. But it's been away since 2019 from the theaters, so this is kind of a return, and it's a safe return for Disney, I think, and Lucasfilm bringing back the Mandalorian and Grogu. And there's rumors about them not having a fourth season, and yes, they are having a fourth season, so we're not sure about that. And the budget is really actually very low on this movie. It's only 166 million.
Well, this is one of the first movies that kicked in too, right after Iger made his edict about quality over quantity, as well, and how he was going to reshape how Disney does its movies now, and we're starting to see that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think we have all these Star Wars movie announcements. Only very few of them seem like they're even moving on anything at the moment.
Yeah. And we also did get a synopsis too. I don't think a lot of people have seen that, but I think it was somewhere in the trades, either Variety or Hollywood Reporter. And this is from Countdown City Geeks. It says, the evil empire has fallen and Imperial warlords remain scattered throughout the galaxy as the fledgling New Republic works to protect everything the rebellion fought for. They have enlisted the help of legendary Mandalorian bounty hunter Din Djarin Pedro Pascal and his young apprentice Grogu. Thoughts on this?
It seems a pretty safe synopsis without giving hardly anything away. I mean, I think what we can glean from this is that the New Republic's hire Mando for a mission for something. They need his help, is kind of what I can gather from the trailer with him and General Ward, Sigourney's character. So it seems like Mando's going to be maybe not working full time for the Republic, but I think they tried to recruit him in Carson Teva tried to recruit him, but I think here we're going to see he's more of a work for hire type situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of Carson Teva, I got his action figure in the mail today.
Yeah, I got mine a few days ago. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Which one?
The vintage collection one.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, the vintage collection version. Yeah.
I literally just opened it tonight.
Nice.
Well, he's still in his package. I don't want to get you guys all.
Oh, you didn't tear the figure? Yeah, no, I never take my figures out of there. Just open the Amazon box or the Hasbro box. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul's awesome. I love Paul Lee.
They really need a Frog Lady. I really want a Frog Lady figure. Lily the Frog Lady, by the way.
I can't believe they haven't made a figure for that. Would make Misty really happy for sure.
Yeah,
they should do one for her.
Such a cool character. I'm surprised they haven't done one yet to go with the Razor Crest.
Right.
Yeah, there's a Funko Pop of her, and she's actually right behind me on the wall somewhere.
Yeah. I've seen the Funko. Yeah.
So yeah, I actually.
What do you think of the fans' response?
The fans' response?
Fans' response to the trailer.
It's a very interesting time right now, Craig.
Yeah. I was kind of taken aback by how so many comments had nothing to do with the actual trailer.
Yeah.
Like, you guys even watch this trailer? What are you talking about?
Yeah, the last week has been pretty unfriendly towards Disney for reasons, but I mean, I haven't seen too much negative really. I mean, mostly what I've seen in the comment sections have been fairly positive and hopeful. Like, hey, don't screw this up kind of a thing, but at the same time also like this looks really cool.
Probably depends upon the platform you're on too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. I mean, mostly it was Facebook comments on different postings for the trailer, whether it was Star Wars or Lucasfilm or ILM or some of these movie sites. But I mean, I didn't see too much negativity towards it on my end, but that was mostly Facebook comments, I guess.
Yeah. On X, they were pretty bad.
Yeah, X is just. That's a brutal platform to begin with. They hate everything on there. It doesn't matter what it is. So that's where a lot of toxicity exists.
But you know what? Like, as soon as people start to see the movie and they're like, oh man, it was really good. You got to go see it. Really? I'm so tired of what Disney's been doing, blah, blah, blah. Just check it out, man. Then, word of mouth will get out there and people will start to really love it.
Come on. This movie's the ultimate Grogu test.
Yeah.
We got to hear him talk, right? He's got to talk in this movie, don't you think?
First word.
I would be surprised if we didn't
Probably
get
going to be like
his first,
candy.
his first words by the end of it.
Frog.
What's he gonna sound like?
Like a little kid.
Like a little kid. Okay.
What if he sounds smooth? Right, like, hey, baby.
It just sounds like Yoda right out of the gate.
Yeah, Grogu, voiced by Billy D. Williams.
The Landolorian.
Yeah.
I watched
Rebuild the Galaxy.
that first episode tonight
Yeah.
with my daughter.
That's awesome. So, okay, nice segue, Craig, because what happened to his N1 Starfighter? Is it gone? Is it maybe going to dock on the back of the Razor Crest like it does in Rebuild the Galaxy? I don't think you've gotten that far yet, but the Landolorian docks his N1 on the back of the Razor Crest. Are we going to get it? I hope we do. It's pretty cool. What do you guys think?
I don't think the N1 is as practical for what he is as a, as a character. It's a really cool ship. I do love it. I love the look of it. I love the sleekness, the chrome version of taking an old prequel design and modifying it for the classic trilogy era. Yeah. But I mean, having, the Razor Crest back makes me a little happier, having a different version of it. Maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe he loses the N1 at the start of the movie, it gets blown up or stolen or dismantled, or
I think he needs it for this particular mission. That would be my guess.
Yeah, it just seems like the Razor Crest just seems more, because they establish it doesn't have, it was a pre Empire design of a ship, so it doesn't have tracking. You can't really track it if you're Republic or Empire because of the way it's modified, and it's got bigger storage, for prisoners. Grogu doesn't have to sit in a little bubble that would get hit by a laser blast and blown out into space.
Yeah.
So, the N1 isn't street legal, essentially.
Yeah. It would kind of suck to lose it completely, but at the same time, if I have to pick one, I'll probably lean towards the Razor Crest.
Right.
Me too.
Yeah, maybe it's left behind on the Din Djarin and Grogu homestead that we saw at the very end of season 3 when we got the Looney Tunes closeout.
Oh yeah, Looney Tunes closeout.
So we got the poster, we got the trailer, we got the synopsis. We also got another confirmation that the one and only Ludwig Göransson is returning back to score the film.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever that was a no-brainer right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an awesome musician. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad that he's coming back to Star Wars for this. So at least we know we're going to be getting some really cool new Star Wars music.
Yeah,
I'm happy he's back.
And it felt like to me the classic music at the start of the trailer, they kind of amped it up to made it bigger, making it bigger for the cinema, for the big screen. And of course, we got the confirmation that Zeb is going to be there. Someone on Twitter said this is going to be your view if you get the first row at IMAX right here. So a huge Zeb Aurelios in the cockpit of the Razor Crest. It's going to be cool to see them two fly it and be in the cockpit together there. And here's a little bit better picture of what he looks like. Purple alien, 2 joints on each leg. The animation, I think, was a thing that prevented him from being in the TV show because it cost money. But they do have the budget. He's in there. It looks like he has more to do than I think we all kind of originally thought. We see a shot of them walking, but now we got a shot of Zeb fighting in that hotel in his robe or whatever with his bow staff there. Here's a few stills of that, and you can see his toes. His feet are very unique. And of course, we see the twins, and this is a shot from the Book of Boba Fett, and you can tell that they're the twins on the poster due to the tattoo on one of the twins' chin. Also, we talked about the Jarek chess piece. We pulled that up. Cool looking throwback to the original trilogy, of course. Also, if you were in Japan for Celebration, there was a part that there's an opening between the two buildings, and that's where a lot of cosplayers hung out. And I very specifically remember a particular cosplayer. He didn't get a lot of notoriety then, but he's getting a lot of it now because this was his cosplay in Japan. And he wore it the whole time. I remember seeing this guy or gal the whole time in this cosplay, and this is it.
Oh, yeah. I saw that picture. Yeah.
So this person is probably one of the happiest people on earth today.
Yeah, that's hardcore. That is.
That's not a person. That's a man.
And
Amani. Yeah. So, and here's the comparison right here. Yeah, a lot more vicious than the Mando and Grogu film. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it in regards to the trailer. It's a teaser trailer. Got some nice Easter eggs, some nice references. Comes out next year. I'm thinking, I know you guys said second trailer maybe during Christmas. I'm feeling like maybe during the Super Bowl.
That's a good time.
That's another good call.
Might make more sense because so many American eyeballs will be on it, and they can release something grand for the grand big game.
Yeah, Disney will do that.
I think it'll either be Avatar or the Super Bowl. I think those are the two most likely.
They did Solo during the Super Bowl. That was when but they didn't really. There wasn't really a teaser before. That was sort of the first footage we got was the Super Bowl teaser for Solo. So we'll probably get something new around that time.
That'd be my thought.
Yeah. And here's a shot of Sigourney, and she's a general, and her name is Ward. We kind of covered that.
Yep.
And like I did mention earlier, there is a shot out there of her wearing an actual pilot suit. So she's probably going to get her hands dirty, and we'll probably see her pilot an X-wing, of course, because that's a Delphi base. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
I assume she's going to kind of take over what Carl's role was.
Yeah, Carl Weathers. Yeah,
it would make the most sense.
Yeah,
well, she's New Republic, so and Carl was the Bounty Hunters Guild, so. But I mean, it's a different sort of mentor kind of, or maybe not mentor necessarily, but I mean, she is hiring him, putting him on a mission, it seems like. And what's interesting to me is obviously the Hutts are tied into this. It's not just about the Imperials, right? I mean, we get some Imperial action with, we see the AT-ATs, we see them spying on an Imperial base, but somehow the Hutts are tied into this, right? So it looks like Mando is trying to break into a Hutt vault.
Yes,
on Nar Shaddaa. So, and it looks like even Grogu and the Anzelians are going through the sewers on. I mean, it could be the Imperial base, but to me, if we're seeing a Manaman or an Amani character in the sewers, it all kind of points to that Hutt homeworld, and they're trying to, break into this Hutt facility even. So there's something to do with the Hutts and space pirates and the Imperial remnants, and how that's all going to tie together is going to be really kind of interesting.
There's got to be some major stake going on here,
right?
Is it with the Imperials, or is it something to do?
I think it's probably more with. To me, it seems that there's a lot of Hutt stuff in this teaser. So maybe I don't know. Maybe the Hutts are funding the Imperial remnants, or they're kind of tied in with them in some way, that somehow, maybe if the Republic sends Mando to that vault and to sort of take over, maybe their reserves that maybe they're using, for some reason, maybe to fund the Imperial remnants or something.
I had heard months ago some kind of rumor about Embo being in it.
Yeah, I've heard that quite a bit too.
I don't think that's a rumor. I think that's actually somewhat official.
How is it?
Yeah, I don't know who confirmed it.
There were some reports. We talked about it on the podcast that yes, Embo is going to be in the film, so it's going to be bounty hunter centric. So maybe that is Amon. the bounty hunter, and he's just kind of, I don't know, fixed his teeth. I don't know. Maybe he's chameleon-like. His skin turns colors. I don't know.
I think we're going to see even
I mean,
more
it
bounty
could just be
hunters.
the same species, you know.
Yeah. That's.
I think we're going to see more bounty hunter characters in this movie, especially. I just from things I've heard. I can't say a whole lot, but I do have sources to. I know a little bit more about certain things, but I think we will see some bounty hunter characters in this movie.
Nice.
Do you think we'll see any original bounty hunters like Forlom or Zuckuss, anything like
I don't know. I can't say for certain, but I mean,
there's always room for Dengar.
Yeah.
Dengar, have you seen what happened to that poor thing? And Rise of Skywalker, it was one of the most hideous things I've ever seen.
Maybe we'll get to see him before he gets transformed into that monstrosity.
Can we show a picture of him?
So he's so horrible looking.
It's so hideous. It's a fate worse than death. It's so bad.
Oh my
David,
God.
can you pull up a picture of him?
It's like
I'm
someone
looking
that gets
for pictures
plastic
right now.
surgery
Oh
and
my
doesn't know when to
gosh.
stop, and they just keep going and going.
If he didn't look awful enough in Return of the Jedi or Empire, they really did him wrong in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, at least he showed up though. At least he's still around kicking it.
But they had changed his name, right? It was like Dengar backwards or something.
I can't. Yeah, it was
like
something
the
like that.
official like picture book or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I just found. I'm about to upload it here. But I wanted to also ask you guys while we're waiting on that picture, what cameos other than what we've seen so far do you think are going to show up, have the possibility of showing up? Who are you thinking?
Thrawn.
At the end?
Yeah, but probably maybe even if there's like a stinger or something like that.
Well, they're definitely laying the groundwork to build up towards Filoni's Heir to the Empire film, right? So this movie, I think, will be sort of the introduction of the Mando universe cinematically, kind of establishing these characters like Mando and Grogu and Zeb, who are all going to later meet up with the Ahsoka characters eventually, and we'll have a mini Star Wars Rebels reunion. But we're going to see all of that kind of come together eventually in Dave Filoni's Heir to the Empire movie, where hopefully we get other characters like Bo-Katan and Boba Fett all coming together with the Ahsoka characters too. So,
do you think that's gonna bring us like Luke or Leia or Han?
I mean, I've heard rumors that maybe we'll get cameos by them, but I mean, nothing official. I mean, it would be cool in a way, but I don't know if I want to, unless they do it really, really, really well. I'm not sure if I want to watch deep fake Luke for, most of the movie either. I mean, I think they're going to have to adjust the Heir to the Empire story and just take some of the themes of it and just utilize the current Star Wars cast of characters.
No, we can't change anything.
More sense.
I mean, we can't. I mean, Luke has to be involved with something like that.
I think right
here either. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would like to see him in that movie, but then what does that say for Harrison Ford as a young Han Solo or Carrie Fisher as young Leia? To get him back to those post Return of the Jedi ages. I don't know.
He did a great job in that in the Indiana Jones movie, and that came out how many years ago?
Yeah, that looked great in Dial of Destiny. Yeah,
and that technology's got to be what 2-3 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I think they can do it. It's just a matter of like how much do they want to utilize those characters. That's where I'm like, like how important, how big to the plot, how much are they going to be in that movie? Kind of puts me on the fence of like, part of me wants to see that, and then part of me is like, I don't know if I want to. But then again, if they do it really well, it could be really cool. So
yeah, I think it'd be great. It has to make a lot of sense. You can't just cut out these major characters. Like, it's not going to disappear when Thrawn comes back. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to skirt around Leia in the Ahsoka series. At least in the first season, she's mentioned when she's not. She sends 3PO.
Yeah,
I mean, I've heard rumors we might get an actual Princess Leia cameo in Ahsoka season 2, but again, just rumors I've heard. But that'd be cool. I mean, that might be a testing ground for what they do for the larger film.
Yeah, I agree with that. So here's
And
that picture of
putting
Dengar.
it in the movie allows for a bigger budget also.
Yeah.
You know, it allows them to have those
The
characters.
technology, the
Yeah.
right to actually pull it off correctly. Yeah.
And so they may be thinking that as well.
Mm-hmm.
You ready
All right,
for
what's this?
Dengar's final form?
For nightmare fuel?
People. Brace yourself. I mean,
right.
if you haven't seen this,
If you have any kids in the room, send them out.
All right, parental advisory.
look
What
at that
is-
face.
Yeah, Rothgar Deng, which is basically an anagram for Dengar.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Zoom in on that face if you can.
I don't think I can zoom in. Oh yeah, I think I can. Nope, that's me.
Oh, you zoomed in on you.
It said maximize right on his head. I was like, okay.
Oh, it's
Yeah, poor Dengar. I guess he had to change his name because
he's
was
more
so,
machine now than man.
yeah.
Twisted and evil.
Yeah, so what I've heard a few theories on some possible cameos. The Leia thing, of course, Leia's around. Maybe you get a re-speecher, really accurate voice of hers that you hear,
Mhm.
maybe over like a comm system or something. Also, yeah, Luke possibly, but I'm thinking that's going to be Heir to the Empire Luke, where you see him hopefully cut through.
They did a good job with him in Book of Boba, I guess. So I could see them doing that.
Yeah. I thought it looked great in Book of Boba, and that came out 2 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
But the one cameo that I think that's going to be very, very interesting if they do it.
I know what you're going to say. Can I guess? It's B. Arthur behind the bar as our favorite cantina bartender.
No. So as we saw, okay,
Search
so as
your
we saw,
feelings.
my feelings have been searched and no. As we saw, there's a lot of Adelphi base stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all Rangers of the New Republic. What if they brought back
Gina
for the movie? Everything's been settled. She could
That's
technically
a pretty
come
late
back.
edition, shot edition, so that'd be interesting.
I'd put my money more on Paulie Lee as Carson Teva in the movie.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to be in there.
But
I
yeah,
was thinking,
Gina being in a Star Wars, I don't think so. I mean, I think they settled their lawsuit, but I think she's going to be in other projects probably at this point.
Okay,
that's my guess. But
yeah, because the rumor was always that she was going to star in the Rangers of the New Republic. There's a Rangers there. I mean, to me, it'd be a pretty decent.
I mean, I guess a cameo wouldn't. Then again, I mean, I think Disney risks kind of alienating fans who aren't necessarily on board with her. So I think she's a little controversial still to a degree, just because of what happened. But
yeah,
I mean, who knows? Maybe if she does something before Mando Grogu come out and she kind of is seen in more of a positive light again, maybe, but I kind of doubt it. That's my gut feeling.
Okay. All right. So anything else anyone wants to add to our trailer discussion here?
I think it's just from this first trailer, this is going to be a lot of fun. It's not. I don't think it's going to be super heavy, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it seems very like, I don't want to say safe, but definitely fun. But I don't see it. It's kind of, it reminds me. I know they're trying to connect all these films, like they're going to be going that way with building up to the Thrawn movie. So we'll get, this Mandoverse movie, and we've got Starfighter, which is a different period, I think, technically, but I know that the other shows, everything's kind of Ahsoka season 2. It's all leading. But this reminds me kind of like, like the early Marvel films, like Captain America or the first Thor, like the first Captain America, where it was just kind of a self-contained origin story in a way. And then it just kind of laid some initial groundwork, nothing too crazy. And, which I'm okay with. I don't think it has to be like, this epic, Empire versus Rebellion epic thing. It can be its own. It does feel a lot like a Mando episode, just maybe bigger
Yeah.
budget, maybe
Yeah.
longer
Like maybe the
story.
equivalent of like 4 episodes or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think as long as we get some new locations, some new characters, we get, I'm fine with it being not this epic story, but more of a
Like a side quest almost.
Yeah, I mean, which was pretty much Mandalorian. Was every episode was like a side quest, but I think it'll be a little more complex than that. But at least I'm excited to see New Republic stuff, like to see that era and the politics and the government and the rebellion of that era. I want to see more of that established in this world. So
I'm gonna make one prediction. We're gonna see R2 and C3PO.
I don't know. Would there be a reason for them to be in this story?
So I think even if it's a cameo, I think we're gonna see them for a second.
Yeah, I mean, I think they risked doing
like they did in Rogue One or something,
I mean, it made sense in Rogue One because they were on Yavin at that time. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, unless Mando goes somewhere where it makes sense that those droids would be there, but I just don't want nostalgia thrown in just for the sake of nostalgia, because then it kind of detracts from the story. So if there's no reason for them to be there, I'm okay without. I mean, it'd be cool to see him, of course, but
one of the things about Favreau is he gives people what they're wanting.
Yeah.
Right.
He doesn't make you wait forever. He gives it to you. Think about season 2 of Mandalorian. First episode, Boba Fett. Then we get a couple episodes later, Bo-Katan. Then we see a couple episodes later, Ahsoka. You know what I mean? He R5D4, Luke.
Well, if it makes sense for the story, yeah. I mean, I'm all for seeing those characters. It's just I wouldn't want to I mean, Rogue One has a lot of that too, where just Pondo, Baba, and Dr.
Yeah, that didn't make sense. That right? That was a little bit off, right?
Right. So there's sometimes the Memba berries sometimes stand out more than they should. So,
but the way Favreau does it, he does. I think he does a great job.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. I think if he can make it work within the story, for sure. Oh, hey, Kevin,
what's going on?
What's up?
Hello there.
Hey, look at that artwork. Oh my gosh.
Oh, nice.
Dark Saber artwork.
This guy, I know you from somewhere, don't I? What's up, dude? David, good to see you. Craig, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
All right, now it's time to get Kevin's complete thoughts of the trailer. You got 1 hour. Go.
Where did he get his new Razor Crest? That's all I care about.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got some racing stripes on it apparently. So did Pelly hook him up or something? I don't know. I've heard the loan rates aren't good right now. So or was it the cost of doing some business? Like did someone have a spare one? Because maybe that's what's going through my mind.
Maybe Pelly Motto makes a cameo when she recovers run for him.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you can park the N1 and take this new Razor Crest.
It's one of those trailers that doesn't give anything away, really,
right?
Plot wise, because when I shared it on my social media, the first post I got was, "What's the story though?" I'm like, "Do you think they're going to tell you that right now?" So
yeah, too many trailers give away the story.
Yeah, they had to get some good Grogu moments, some cute Grogu moments, and show the star power that is, of course, Sigourney Weaver, and so. Yeah, and I had to. It's funny too, Kyle. I had to convince one of the panelists on Dan's show, who is one of the guys on our network who does the Spacebook or Doctor Who, and one of the guys like, I can't stand Pedro Pascal. I don't care about this movie. I'm like, you realize he's really not in this movie? You're not going to have to worry about that. Let's give some love to Brendan Wayne and the other gentleman.
Lateef Crowder.
Yeah, Lateef. Let's give some love to them. Don't worry about it. But I'm excited. It's nice to. I've been hearing rumors for the last week or two that it was going to be released soon. Some people were speculating. Kyle and I were talking about it's going to drop in front of the Tron trailer, but I feel like they're going to release it before then. So I feel like this was. Were you hearing the same thing, David? That it was going to something was coming out.
Joe and I were actually doing a podcast together, and I got a text from James, and he was like, it's gonna drop this Friday or something, and of course the whole controversy happened on ABC, and people were thinking, well, they're not gonna release it now because of that, because that's dominating the news. And they waited for today. Yeah, they held off. So, and we're thinking about maybe second trailer. Maybe my suggestion was Super Bowl. I think Kyle was thinking maybe before Avatar in December. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, definitely. You got to drop it somewhere around there. I mean,
yeah,
and also show some new characters. I'm glad we got Zeb in there. It looks like he's kicking some butt, which is nice. But who else is going to be returning? That's the big question, you know. And I think having it drop around Christmas time with the Avatar trailer, Kyle, I think makes sense because we're used to having Disney-owned movies coming out during
Avatar's their
Christmas
big
time.
this year.
And since we're not having a Star Wars, hey, give us a trailer. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good reason too, because December is sort of the Star Wars month as of once the sequel trilogy started. So
yeah.
Although it looks like they're maybe
Christmas
going
Day.
back to
Come
May
on,
though.
Christmas
right, well,
Day,
May
give
for
us a new
release, for
trailer.
this one.
I want that new trailer on Christmas Day. David, why do you have that face right now? You look like Emperor Palpatine for a second. Did you guys see that? What was that? Do that face again?
Put the hood on.
You're like,
I'm feeling left out. I don't have a face on my wall like you get. Oh, you have I have that popcorn bucket. Oh, actually, I have all three of those, Kevin. The alien popcorn buckets, all three. I have all three of those. So.
Oh, those are so good. Those
I just see face huggers on.
Oh, I have that one too. I didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. I love them.
You get a popcorn bucket. You get a popcorn bucket. You get a popcorn bucket.
Kevin, do you have one of these?
I do not.
Signed by Noah Hawley?
That would be the only pop that I would get is one signed by him. I'm not a pop figure fan.
Yeah, me neither. But I mean,
but I would take one from Noah Hawley signed on the head. That's great. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. So there was one more thing that I wanted to mention. It just left my brain though.
Well, you know what? I want to say, if everybody hasn't listened to yesterday's episode, our listeners should check it out. We did trivia for like 20, 30 minutes at the end. I wasn't expecting it. I thought we were going to do a few questions, and then we did some trivia, and you'll have to see. It was between David and I. I don't want to give anything away, but one of us did significantly better than the others. You're going to have to see for yourself.
Okay, I mean, it was late at night, guys. It was 1 a.m. for me. It became 2 a.m. But I wanted to pose one of the harder questions to Joe, Kyle, and Kevin here. And I want to see how quick they answer, and I want to see if they answer at all. And it's kind of tough just asking one person because everyone's going to hear it. But Craig and I didn't know this
down
answer.
On a piece of paper. We should make them write it down on a piece of paper so they can hold it up
I can do that
at the same time.
Good idea, Craig. All right, here was the question, and this character was basically the character of the night for our trivia that we attempted last night. So,
oh man, is this okay? I know which question this is coming.
So the basic question, I don't have the exact question in front of me, but I know essentially how to phrase it. What was General Riken's first name?
Oh my gosh.
That is not actually the question.
Carlos Riken?
Who said that?
I did.
Yeah.
Of course, Kevin did the cipher. So.
You're supposed to write it though, Kevin.
What's that?
You're supposed to write it down and then show the camera, but
no.
But yeah, it is Carlos Riken.
But that wasn't
You're asking the guy who used to work at Decipher?
Right. He knows all of the minutia names.
Did you know that, Kyle?
I did not know that I was that one, but then again, it is after midnight here. So
actually, the question was something like, who was in charge of the rebel base on Hoth? And I said General Riken, and I did not get credit because I didn't say his first name. I'm like, his first name wasn't even in the movie. Like
Carlos Riken, yeah.
I actually illustrated him for the Rebel Files source book that came out years back, and I knew his name at that point because I had to do a painting of him, but I totally forgot.
What I'm having trouble remembering in Legends, what happened with his character? Do we know?
Oh my god, yeah.
Because I don't think they brought him back in Disney Star Wars, did they? Like in the Clone Wars or anything like that, or I mean Rebels or anything like that. I don't know if he was. I just
I
can't
think they
remember.
mention it in the Rebel Files book, that
Yeah.
the little orange book that came out a few years back. But yeah, I have it on my shelf over here, but I can't remember.
So the prize for knowing that, David, was it that little pop signed by Noah Hawley?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. That's an incorrect answer.
Darn it!
Oh, you're,
But,
I got some other
Our
pops back there.
listeners should go check out yesterday's
wait,
episode.
no.
It was really there was a
answer is,
lot of
if
fun.
he didn't write it
trivia we
down
did.
on paper, it invalidates his prize.
I gotta write it.
We weren't instructed to write it down on paper, if I remember right.
Yeah, we were.
We were. I actually got my
Craig
paper.
said write it down and then show it to the camera.
Yeah, that way everybody had a chance to guess.
But yeah, I got another trivia question for you guys, and it's for everyone, even Craig.
Hold on. Let me get ready to write this down. Hold on.
Okay.
So these are pretty hard. So I don't even care if you write them down or just blurt them out, because I don't know if anyone's going to get these right. What type of craft did Obi-Wan Kenobi use to steal away from the clones on Utapau after they attacked him?
What kind of craft?
It was
Yes.
General. Wait, no. Not General Grievous, a starfighter. So when the Utapaus attacked him.
Are we talking about the big lizard he drove on? I don't remember the name of the lizard.
I don't know, because I've never seen the name of this.
Oh, the Boga? Yeah, I mean, the Boga is a lizard.
Boga.
Yeah.
I said Boga.
Yeah.
If that,
No, it says, what type of craft did Obi-Wan Kenobi use to steal away the clones on Utapau after they attacked him?
Is that an expanded universe question?
hold on, I'm trying to think. And
Is it this one?
I mean, that's General Grievous' starfighter.
Well, I have the answer here, but let me type it in to see if Google Images will bring that up.
I know the name of the starfighter.
Well, yeah, what's the name of that ship, though?
It's called the Soulless One.
Yeah.
That's Grievous'
Soulless
starship.
Okay, Kevin is right, but what's the name of the ship?
I
The
think
Soulless
Joe's got it. Yeah, I think it's the Soulless one. I think.
Well, I mean, that's the name of it, but not like
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, that's like the given nickname.
Right, like
to it,
Millennium
but
Falcon.
not actual.
I should know that because next to the Millennium Falcon, that's my favorite starship. In
so the
Yeah.
type of ship is
Yes.
what you're wanting to know.
Oh, the
Yeah,
type
does
of
it start with
ship,
an
yeah.
S, I think?
Yeah, like the Millennium Falcon would be considered for this question like a
YT.
Corellian.
YT. Yeah. Shoot, I can't
Yeah,
remember.
the YT. What is it?
1000.
1400,
That is a
1500,
tough
something
one.
like that.
Yes.
So I'll just say it. It's the Bell Balab 22 fighter.
The Bell
Never knew it as that.
Ne-
Even when I bought the toy, because it said General Grievous' starfighter.
Yeah, I don't think it says that on the box.
Well, it came up in Google right away,
Wow.
which is wild.
That's something Pablo and Leland would know. So.
Yeah,
that was a tough one.
yeah. So all right,
Good one.
guys. I think if
Do I get
anyone
points for
else-
having the toy within reach?
Yeah, you get points. I'll give you points. Full kudos.
I knew the
I'm
given.
no
was-
alien, Kevin. Sorry.
All right, so yeah, guys, I'm hyped up. I'm more hyped up than I was before with the trailer, with the poster, with the synopsis, with all the Easter eggs, with all the new.
What are the
creatures.
rumors about the plot? That are out there? Is there
I mean,
anything? That,
I don't.
that is
I don't
kind of-
have any really.
They're actually keeping it pretty under
Wasn't
wraps. They're
Wasn't
Not a
like
lot
the
out there. on
only
it.
rumor about Embo something to do with Embo?
Yeah, Embo appearing. It feels
That
like
would
it's
be
going to
nice.
be bounty
Love
hunter
me some Embo.
centric.
Yeah, we're gonna get bounty hunters for sure in this
Yeah.
movie.
any ties to Ahsoka or the Grand Admiral Thrawn at all? Do you know? I mean,
I think Kyle mentioned Thrawn maybe at the end of the movie, kind of like a
Maybe a
Thanos
stinger
thing,
with
I think
Thrawn.
Yep.
Yeah, where he's
Avengers one.
gonna. I mean, that's a possibility I could see sort of working. Building towards that Dave's Heir to the Empire film.
Yeah, but going off of the Japan footage and this footage, there's a very diverse, very much a variety of different characters, troopers, aliens. So we're going to see a little bit of everything. And
It is the hodgepodge of the Star Wars universe.
yes, for sure. For sure. But we got to wait till May. It's like, oh, man. Would be great if it came out this Christmas. But of course, if there's an Avatar coming out, that's a stay away, no fly zone for anything Disney that's big.
Nobody messes
I
with
want a
Cameron.
Christmas trailer, Disney. Come on, give us a Christmas trailer.
Yeah, and when you brought that up, Craig, I was going to mention I'm a sucker for. I really love nostalgia, and I really thought that Disney was setting up tradition when they released that Black Friday trailer for The Force Awakens, that very first one, and then release a Star Wars movie every Christmas or every other Christmas now that they obtained Avatar.
Black Friday,
I wish they would go back to that now because it's like I'm used to that. I loved it when Star Wars hijacked my Christmas, and that's what I was looking forward to. As adults, I don't think we get very many presents now since we're adults. It's going to be my present.
I do have a question for you guys. When you saw the trailer and it referenced that it's going to be available in IMAX.
Yes.
One of the things that got me excited, but the only thing for me that's better than seeing it in IMAX is seeing it in 3D IMAX.
Oh yeah,
I'm wondering if we're going to get that option, because that would be awesome. Because I loved seeing The Force Awakens in 3D when I had the chance. And
well, Kevin,
now that we have virtual reality headsets, like why can't we watch these things in 3D? Like, you know what I mean? Like that should be available.
Joe, are you a 3D guy? If you could,
yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the last Avatar movie in 3D and IMAX.
Yeah, me too.
To see it.
I even saw Deadpool and Wolverine in 3D. I sought that out so I could see.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting if they do release it in 3D. I mean, if it makes sense for them to do the conversion and do that, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if audiences will kind of be expecting that or not. I mean, I kind of expected with Avatar just because it was like the best 3D movie ever made when the first one came out. So I kind of expect to see certain movies in 3D, but I guess we've had some 3D Star Wars releases actually in the past when they did the
Rogue One was 3D.
Was Rogue One in 3D? I know Phantom Menace for the anniversary re-release was.
Yeah, Rogue One was. Yep.
Force Awakens was 3D.
I forgot about Rogue One.
Yeah.
So has anyone here been to the Cosm in the Dallas area or LA?
It's funny you brought that up. I just learned about that literally yesterday when a friend of mine, coworker, brought it up saying, "Hey, Kevin, have you heard of the Chasm?" I'm like, "No, what's that?" He's like, "I'm actually looking to go see a football game there because they show football games there." And I'm like, "What is this?" And he was explaining it. I'm going, "Yeah." And then they do movies there. I'm like, "Really?" And they're getting ready to do a limited run with Matrix.
Yeah, I saw that online.
That was incredible.
And I saw the video of it, and it's like seeing it basically. It's kind of like a mini Sphere, what they're doing in Vegas right now.
Right.
And I'm going to try to get my ass down there to see something. And they showed like the video I saw people watching the sports, and it looks like you're on the field when you're doing it. And in the Matrix, they showed a teaser of that where they show like the scene in the city where he hits the glass and it vibrates and breaks. And then like there's a little inset showing Trinity like hanging and escaping while the rest of it's behind her.
Right.
It just it looked fantastic. So no,
I didn't know there was one in Dallas because that's not too far from me. So I'll have to.
Oh wow, I didn't know that you were that close to Dallas.
Well, I'm about just under 3 hours. So
okay, I'm actually about 3 hours away too.
I'm in Norman, Oklahoma, just outside of
Oklahoma.
Okay,
you're north. I'm south. I'm due south.
So are you near Robertson's Beef Jerky?
Is that for David or for me? Because I don't.
That's for you, Joe. Because I think it's in Oklahoma is where they're based out of. So it's
no, I mean I love beef jerky, but I haven't seen that place yet.
David, why were you asking? Were you hear that they're going to show Star Wars there or what?
Yes.
Go on,
Kevin.
Me intrigued.
Kevin, this is very specifically to you because you're a Las Vegas Raiders fan. You go to Raiders games as the Raider Lorian.
Yes.
Oh, but it just didn't tell
That's
your
not
secret
what called, but yeah, okay.
So, I think everyone by now knows about the Sphere in Vegas. I mean, there's that really kind of almost classic meme now of somebody superimposing the Death Star on the Sphere, and you see the Death Star in the middle of Vegas, which is funny because
they're showing the Wizard of Oz there right now.
Yes, they are showing the Wizard of Oz there, and it's a 4D experience.
Yeah.
And there's controversy around it because AI is being used, but I mean, you got to use AI to extend the screen and the experience.
Part of
But
the controversy is too, by the way, they cut out the musical parts of it. Basically,
yes, it's a
only like
truncated
70
version.
like only a 70-minute version of this.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's like 75 minutes
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a 4D experience. Like Nerf apples will drop from the ceiling. When the tornado happens, there's wind machines that will blow the air around you.
Literally flying monkeys that are pulling
Yes,
the
there's
button.
leaves. There's actually physical flying monkeys flying over your head in the sphere.
Kevin wants to bring one home. That's all I'm saying.
My friend Dan went to that show. He enjoyed it. He said it was fun.
And it's a rousing success, guys. People cannot get enough of it. It seats 17,000 people like a basketball arena. The tickets are very pricey. The median price is like $200 a ticket.
Well, it depends when you go. Actually, my wife and I actually looked this up.
Okay.
We were looking at maybe a Thursday showing, and they were like around 120.
Okay.
And
the median price is 200, just depending.
The way that they do it, they haven't been showing them at night. They've been doing day shows because then they have residencies or they have other concerts showing at night. So most of the showings will be during the daytime. And I'm assuming a Saturday afternoon might be a little bit more expensive, especially on the secondary market. But you can buy them directly from the Sphere, and we were looking at prices like around 120, 130 just for like a 10 or 11 a.m. Thursday showing.
Wow.
Right, not bad. In the interim, they can show the original trilogy there. A New Hope, The Trench Run would be great,
dude. Right? Jesus Christ.
I mean, it would be a new.
You hate more money? I mean, come on.
Yeah, it would be an old new experience. And the thing about The Wizard of Oz is, guys, that movie makes $2 million a day at the Sphere.
Holy cow.
A day.
The reason why they make a lot of money off the merchandise area that they're selling there. You know, it's like you're not just going there to see the movie. You're there to go get all the merchandise that's specific to the Sphere event for the Wizard of Oz.
So are we talking about maybe Star Wars in the Chasm then?
Well, I'm specifically talking about Star Wars in the Sphere, but it would be great in the Chasm in the Dallas area.
Chasm's closer to me too.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-hour drive for me. So yeah.
I mean, I love what they did with the Matrix for that experience.
Yeah, I actually wanted to go up there to watch a Spurs game because they're going to play the Bucks, but then they canceled it because not enough people bought tickets because, of course, it's like a Mavericks like area. But they ought to talk to those people at the Cosm experience, and I think they'd make a lot of money. And we do know that Sphere and Disney are talking to each other right now, so we don't know what their plans are. It could work out for Mando and Grogu to have that be pulled off there because, I mean, it's shot in the volume, and you think
how do you spell Cosm again?
COSM.
COSM. That's right.
I do like chasm too. That's one of the fundamental pieces of making a Star Wars film is that you got to have like a deep chasm at some point in the movie. You got to have a deep chasm. You got to have a character riding another creature.
That'd be a giant
monster. Gotta lose a hand.
Yeah, there's a limb being lost. Someone's got to say, I have a bad feeling about this.
The one in LA is near the Hollywood Park Casino.
Nice.
I'm curious again. Look, I'm actually going down to the Forum in Inglewood, which is near Inglewood because I'm seeing Billy Idol on Thursday night with
nice.
Jet. And it's
for her birthday, right?
Yeah. It's right near the west. Yeah, it's near the airport, sort of actually, off the 405 and another highway there, 101, I think. I got to check that out because I'm gonna be down in that area and I want to see what's showing. So I'll see what I can do.
I would love to see Star Wars at the Sphere.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
And it would just so much money. It would just make so much money.
It would.
Print money.
Yeah.
And if there's like they could do episodes 1 through 6, print money. Rogue One, print money.
I would actually go see that over. I'd actually go see that in Vegas than a Raider game right now.
Be incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're waiting for. Make it happen.
Yeah, make it happen, guys. And the Sphere is owned by James Dolan, who owns the Knicks.
Yeah.
Another sports reference for you guys.
I did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah, not last season, but the season before, the Knicks wore the Sphere patch on their jerseys.
Okay.
And that's how I kind of figure it out. And then I think this last season they didn't. They got someone else to sponsor it because the Sphere is just a big fat success and makes all the money, and whatever they put in there next is going to make all the money too. And it's one of the destinations.
The next Sphere event will be watching paint dry, and it'll make $2 million a day.
Maybe Disney should make something like that, you know, by Disney Springs in Orlando.
No room.
In Orlando, there's plenty of room.
They have a little room problem there right now. Disney Springs is a little crowded.
No,
Well, you could turn the Epcot ball into the Sphere.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what they should do.
Yeah, there's plenty of room at Disney Springs. They could find a place. Take down Planet Hollywood. Do a smaller, you know.
There is like a big like world there, right?
Yeah, the Planet Hollywood.
Yeah.
We ate there one time, remember?
Yeah. That was a big fiasco. I remember that. Yeah, guys. I mean, we're over here dreaming about this thing. It's like we would all fly to wherever and pay hundreds of dollars for that experience.
Yeah, I'm looking at the events at the Cosm right now, and this just feels like they could do Star Wars here. I mean, they have obviously the Matrix going on at they got certain times during certain days at nights, and you know, like they have a showing at 12:30 on Tuesday, and they're showing other stuff too. Like I'm kind of getting the feeling like they're also catering, like, you know, when you go to a museum that will have like a IMAX, but they usually do like the nature stuff there.
Yes.
Like they're showing something called The Big Wave or by Cirque du Soleil there. They're doing that. And something called Liquidverse and Orbital and stuff. So I feel like they're kind of having fun with it. And then of course they're showing Thursday night football there, you know, with the Seahawks and
Amazon
Cardinals.
tie-in.
I know, right? So, I mean, there's so much potential to get Star Wars into. By the way, college games on Saturday they're showing too.
Yeah, I've seen that before. They have the camera right in the end zone when it gets in the red zone.
And they're showcasing next week Chargers and Giants, and then Green Bay and Dallas on the Sunday night as well. So, in order for them to be showing these and then charging to do it, they obviously have to have some permission for that. So, I'm assuming then they're in with NFL with that, or I don't know where that falls under the rights.
Well, I mean, they got their own proprietary cameras on the field, so I mean, they're already kind of in business with them.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. But I mean,
you don't see the actual broadcast. It's like you're sitting like front row or courtside, and it wraps around your field of vision, and anywhere kind of you turn, you're looking at stuff.
When The Force Awakens came out, I saw it many times in the theater because I wanted to also see it in many different ways.
Yes.
And I remember I was living in Atlanta, and I remember I drove to Huntsville, Alabama to go to the IMAX theater they have there at the Space and Rocket Center. And that was like a real IMAX theater with the giant, and you could actually see the film, the Force Awakens gigantic film rolling through the reels. And then I saw it again when I went to San Jose. They had another big IMAX thing there as well. And the only one I missed was 4D because 4D still was kind of coming along, and I couldn't find a 4D theater thing there. But to see a Star Wars movie in something like that would just be amazing. Let's happen. Let's do it.
Yeah, I've never seen a movie in D-Box, and I think they've had a few Star Wars in D-Box.
I had to turn off my D-Box the last time I was in it, and I decided I would never do a D-Box.
Have your drink
Well, I was at a Fast and Furious screening.
Oh my gosh.
And it was just taking me out of it because I wanted to concentrate on the movie, and it was just like and I'm like, I'm not paying extra for D-Box again. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it.
Okay. I know there's a D-Box close by me in San Antonio at a Cinemark. I think that's the closest one to me, but I would like to experience Star Wars in D-Box as well, just to see at what point do they like jerk you around and move, and like the seat shifts.
They probably give you a special warning before the trench run.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, if no one has anything else to talk about, I think we pretty much covered the trailer. I know, Kevin, you came in late. You might want to rewatch the first part of the podcast.
I didn't realize when you said 9, I didn't realize it was 9 your time. I thought you meant
okay.
time. So 9 my time. If I knew you had started earlier, I would have come in earlier.
Well, ask
But,
Kyle.
Here I
and-
was just sitting there watching Tulsa King going, woohoo!
Well, I did ask Kyle. I said, I guess Kevin's not showing up, and Kyle said something like, "You maybe were busy with something, so I didn't want to bug you."
No, I
But-
appreciate it, man. Now
all
I
right.
know.
Well, yeah. Thanks for showing up here at the end.
And thanks for showing off my Darksaber art too, Kevin. Thank you.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
That's
Got my
awesome.
Joe art there, so yeah.
And yeah, definitely before we go, tell everyone where they can find your work and your podcast, starting with Joe there.
I'm just joecaroni.com. That's my official site. So if you put a .com after my name, all my socials are linked there. I'm pretty easy to find online on Instagram and Facebook. But yeah, if you want to check out my Star Wars art, and I'm always working on new projects, and I have lots of new stuff coming out here soon. So feel free to follow me, and you'll see my latest Star Wars art coming out.
Please do. Joe's got some fantastic art. And
Oh, thanks,
just real
buddy.
quick,
Thanks.
too, showing off some cute art here. This is
My
Joe
Star
here.
Trek art too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've done
there
Star
you go.
Trek for.
And by the way, Joe, thank you for saying your last name because I've been mispronouncing it in my head for years.
It's all good. We've known each other for how long? How many?
I know it's been a long time, dude. Yeah,
Long time,
I
yeah.
felt like I've seen you in Germany. I've seen you
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in
All of so many
London
celebrations.
and
Yeah.
good times.
All right, Kevin and Kyle, I know you want to share your podcast.
Yeah, Kevin, you're much more awake than I am at this point. At this point, so I'm just going to go to the back to tank. Why don't you tell them where they can find the Fandom Podcast Network?
Yeah, Kyle and I are co-founders of the Fandom Podcast Network, where we have many shows that cater to all fandoms underneath the Fandom Podcast Network umbrella. Please subscribe on YouTube. We'd appreciate that. fpnet.podbean.com is our master feed. If you like Star Wars, if you like Star Trek, if you like Highlander, if you like movies, we cover the gambit there basically. And so make sure you check it out because we've got a lot of fandoms we like to celebrate at the Fandom Podcast Network. And we're trying to reach the next plateau. If you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, please do. We're almost there. So check us out. Okay?
We are a little schizophrenic around there because we cover so much, but it's all fun.
All right, Craig 5, where can they find you at?
The Star Wars Stuff podcast. I hide from everything else.
Yep, like Craig said, Star Stuff Podcast at gmail.com. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're all on every social network. Also, Spotify, Apple. Leave us 5 stars. That'd be great. Also, if you're watching the video on YouTube, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. You know what to do. And yeah, I just want to thank all my guests tonight. Joe, Kyle, Kevin. You guys are awesome. You're welcome back any and every time we do a podcast because you guys are great. And for Craig 5, Kyle, Joe, Kevin, my name is David. May the Force be with you.
Oh,
Force be with you too. And happy Hobbit Day, by the way. You mentioned that.
Yeah, happy Hobbit Day.
happy Hobbit Day.
Till the next adventure. We have friends everywhere. This is the way.
No, don't get caught up in this, guys. It doesn't end if you do. Trust me. We'll be on for another half an hour.
I buy
doing
that for $1.
quotes.
Nice shot, baby.